I didn't mean to stare when he took his shirt off, but I did. Monte had agreed to sit for this painting. He said it was a favor for some old gallery that he used to do fundraisers with his family back in the day, but I think he just missed being looked at. He joked about it when he stripped his shirt off, something like, "I can't believe I used to do this for club flyers." Oh my god. But when he sat down, bare shoulders, soft lighting, the little scar near his collarbone, he got quiet. And I didn't mean to keep staring, but it was impossible not to. He caught me once, didn't say anything, just smirked. The painter was very locked in, said it was easy with Monte, that he always knew how to hold himself for a picture. And I just kept thinking, if I wrote him the right words, he could probably do something big. I mean, he has the charisma, he knows how to work a camera. And then my phone buzzed. It was a text from Trinity. It said, "Meet me tonight, and don't trust anyone." I met Trinity in the back of a parking garage. It was late at night, half the lights were flickering. She waved me over like she was used to doing this alone. She looked tired, not sleeping maybe. She handed me a folder, full of redacted budget sheets, relocation memos, military contracts, she said, buried under energy subsidies. I asked how she even found this, and she said, "I used to work on this data before my fellowship and before everything." And she added, quieter, "If anything happens to me, this can't disappear too." And then she said, "You were right to look up ADAC in Alaska, but you're not ready for what's next. You're not ready for the truth." We were a few beers in when she finally said it. It wasn't some grand reveal, just one of those moments that slips out when the night gets too quiet. She said the only reason she ever found those files was because she knew where to look. That when she was younger, she'd done this biology fellowship. Nothing dramatic, just some placement for emerging scholars. They sent her to a research site way off the grid, and she thought it was harmless. Well, at least at first. And then she looked at me like she wanted to ask something, but didn't really trust the answer. So instead, we just sat there. The parking lot was nearly empty. She opened another beer and said nothing else. I still had a million questions, but I didn't want to push her. I wanted her to trust me. So I'm gonna wait patiently, and when the time is right, she is gonna tell me everything. And I just feel it. It's coming. The office was empty. It was just us. Monte closed the blinds, sat down like it was nothing, and he asked me if I'd heard from Trinity. I said yeah, that she was chasing something. Kind of dangerous, I think. He nodded. No questions, just parked it somewhere in his head. Then out of nowhere, he switched topics and said, "I need to write something. Housing, justice reform, they're pressing." I stared at him like, seriously? Just gonna pretend nothing happened and just switching back to work? But he looked stuck, pen in hand, waiting. "Do you want to say something?" I asked, "or do you just want them off your back?" He smirked and said, "Both." He slid the pad toward me. Didn't matter what I wrote, he just needed it done, and I knew he would deliver with all the charisma in the world. That's when I realized it. He was starting to play a game too. He needed words, and I wanted to be the one who gave them. I went in too. I never wrote this down. Well, not until now. It was at that donor mixer a while back. Monte's dad found me smoking in the hallway, alone, said walk with me. We ended up in some random office in the townhouse. He closed the door, big leather chairs, thick curtains. He poured 2 glasses, didn't even ask if I drank. Said things like, "You're sharp, Nico. You're loyal. He listens to you." And then he said, this moment could define him. And it could define you as well. Then he smiled, that slow politician smile, and whispered so that only I could hear. "You want more power, right? Shape Montes first, and you'll get what you want. Just keep the secrets buried." And just like that, he left with his drink in hand, and the door clicked shut behind me, and I stayed there all by myself. Kind of felt like a red herring.